Hey guys, Alex Khan here, and we are going to take a look at another 5th generation Pontiac GTO 1/18 scale diecast. And you might be wondering why I'm showing you guys another 2004 Pontiac GTO. And the short answer is pretty simple here. It's a modern muscle car, and it's not a Mustang, it's not a Challenger, it's not a Charger, it's not a Camaro either. So I think for me, the appeal of this car is the fact that it's not a mainstream muscle car. Unfortunately, a lot of the people who might have bought this, all the muscle car fans, they didn't quite go for the exterior looks. As you can see, it's got a very clean, simple look to it. But a lot of people ignored the fact that this was indeed a muscle car in the inside. But let's go look at the packaging of this diecast really quick, and I'll talk more about the details of this diecast in a second. But yeah, as you can see, this is American Muscle made by ERTL Collectibles. And the box calls this a 2004 Pontiac GTO quote-unquote street machine. And they call it that because this car isn't very stock. And you can see this is another limited Pontiac GTO that I have. It's not as limited as my Chaser car, but you can see they only made 1,250 pieces of this worldwide. So it's pretty limited, but you can still find a lot of these on eBay if you look for it. Because again, a lot of muscle car fans didn't quite go for this car, and it seems like a lot of the muscle car fans aren't going for the diecast either. But yeah, if you look at the back of the box, there's a little bit of information on this car. Nice little introduction here. But yeah, let's go look at this diecast. I think it is pretty nice looking. So yeah, when they made the 5th generation Pontiac GTOs, it had been about 30 years between this generation and the 4th generation of Pontiac GTOs. So this car had disappeared for a very long time. And I told you guys in my other Pontiac GTO video that this is based off of the Holden Monero muscle car that was Australian. And this is an Australian import. The only real changes they made to this car was they switched the steering wheel from the right to the left, and then they put these Pontiac badgings all over this car. But again, this is not a factory look to it. As you can see, the makers of this car added a lower body kit to the front end here, so that is not a stock front end. And these wheels are not the factory 5-spoke wheels that would have come with the Pontiac GTO. These are more of what you would find on a 94 ZR1 Corvette. But it does look really nice with this Pontiac GTO. And let's see. Oh yeah, the color of this car, it's a very dark blue metallic. This is not a factory color. The closest color that I found that might match this car, matches Pontiac color, would be the Barbados blue. But even that color is not the same shade of blue as this one, so it's not a factory color that you're looking at. So let's go look at the engine here. Let me pop this open here. Oh, I hate using my hands. Boom. So it looks like the engine is stock. This is an LS1 V8 engine capable of 350 horsepower. This is the same engine that you would find inside a Corvette. So this car can burn and slay a lot of other modern muscle cars. So it was touted as the fastest Pontiac GTO generation. Yeah, but again, the people didn't go for the looks of this car. It was just too clean looking for them. But what they didn't realize is 350 horsepower for the first year of this generation. So it was fast. And another cool thing is it's rear wheel drive. How often do you find that these rear wheel drive cars in today's time? Trunk space seems to be pretty limited, but the interior is very very nice looking. And if you'll note, the stock radio inside this car is a Blaupunkt, which I believe is an Australian type of radio. And another cool thing about the radio in these Pontiac GTOs is the power switch is closer to the passenger side. And that's because this is an Australian import. So if the driver was on the right side of the car, the power and volume switch would have been closer to the driver. But in America, that meant that the power and volume is closer to the passenger. So yeah, this appears to be a manual. You can see the clutch right there, and it's got a 6-speed stick. And with the 2004 Pontiac GTOs, the exhaust pipes all led out from the driver's side. But in the next year, for 2005 and 2006, the exhaust came off both tail ends there. But yeah, this is a very beautiful diecast. Although I do prefer this car with the factory, or with the spoiler on the back. I think it gives a bit more of a sporty look to it, even though this isn't a stock version of this car. And even though they added this lower body kit here, I think this still could have been a little bit better looking. Now, in 2005 and 2006, they did add the hood scoops for the car. But in 2004, you can also get what they call the sports appearance package, which you could add grills, you can add the spoiler and the hood scoops on the hood, which made it look more like the classic Pontiac GTO. I don't know why they put these license plates on it. This is a Colorado plate. I would have preferred that they didn't put any plate on it, because then I could just get my own custom plate. I mean, I could still take this off and put my own, but I have no affinity with Colorado whatsoever. But yeah, it's a nice looking car, and I do like that it's very limited. But I still prefer my Chaser car. This got the spoiler on the back, and it's got more of that factory look to it for the 2004 variants. Anyways, tell me what you think of this Pontiac GTO. Are you a fan of the modern Pontiac GTO? Like, would you rather have this versus say a Camaro? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. This car has disappeared. I'm hoping it comes back for a 6th generation, but we shall see. Oh, by the way, in case people are wondering, some people do wonder, the steering wheel does turn the front wheels on it. Oh, let me show you the bottom too. Ooh, it's such a heavy car. That's the bottom right there. All right. I hope you enjoyed this look at this 5th generation Pontiac GTO street machine.